was that was it. So when you first saw that Robbie was doing like AFTV, when you first saw it pop up on YouTube, or maybe told you about it, like what was your reaction? Did you think, this could work, or was it like, ooh, it's a bit risky? What do you think?
No, exactly that. I thought, right, here he goes again. Because one thing about my brother, Robbie, he's always had what I call an entrepreneurial spirit. So from way back, he's always been, you get them man there that like, they want to carve out their own future. He's had other jobs like surveying and stuff like that, but he's always been that guy that wants to be in control of his own destiny in terms of his employment. So I'll give you a quick example. So over the years, he's had various businesses. He's run nightclubs, he's managed clubs, he had a promotion company, stuff like that. So he's done a lot of different things. So I think it was back in 2012 when he come to me and he said, this is what I'm going to be doing. Like, you know what I mean? The kind of social media age was just kicking in.
That's it,
and he was talking about doing this AFTV thing, Arsenal Fan TV. I was
Arsenal
like,
Fan
wow,
TV
that's interesting, And this was way back in 2012. So he basically started out with a camera and a microphone. It was him and a guy called Ty. Is it Ty? No, not the Ty you know.
Oh, yeah.
Tao, sorry.
Okay.
I mispronounced his name, Tao, who lives in Milton Keynes. And they just had this idea. To be fair, I think, rewind a little bit. I think that, to be fair, I think the idea was born out of, are you aware of IFL TV? IFL TV. They cover boxing. And a guy called Coogan. Shout out to Coogan if he's listening. So he was doing some boxing stuff similar to, you know what I mean, like at events and interviewing boxers and stuff like that. And my brother, he called my brother because they used to work together on various other projects. So my brother went along to a couple of his boxing events, saw that, and he thought, right, you know what, maybe I could adapt that to football, you know? And that was the genesis of the idea, and it just went from there. You know what I mean? So when he first told me, I was still working, I think I was working for Ealing Council then. And he told me about it, and I thought, that sounds interesting. And he said he was going to give up his job to do that. I was like, rah, that's a brave one, you know what I mean?
He took the risk, man.
Yeah.
And it paid off,
He's a risk taker,
Paid off,
And it's just grown progressively since then. So I come on board, even though I was doing little bits and that, helping out, I come on board full-time around about, was it 2018? Because in 2017, I had a family tragedy. I lost my daughter.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man, it's a tragic time in my life. And that kind of, things went into a bit of a tailspin for me. Obviously, the depression from that, and I was at a low ebb, I'm not going to lie. I mean, you know, he was very supportive, as were my other brothers and other friends and stuff, but I was at that stage where I needed to make some changes in my life. And me and him spoke, and he said, you know what, Laurie, I'd like you to come on board and work with me. And at the time, I was like, rah, you know, that's interesting. He kind of laid out how he wanted me to come on board. And I thought to myself, you know what, when things like that, when seismic things happen in your life, sometimes it forces you to rethink. So
recalibrate.
Exactly. So when he offered me that position within the company, I thought, you know, this is the start of something new. It could go well, it might not go well. But, you know, at that time, I was just looking for different things in life. So fortunately, I came on board and I've not looked back, man. Yeah, it's been good.
Nice, amazing, man.
What advice would you give?
So what advice would you give to someone starting up their own YouTube channel?
Yeah, you know what, that is a very good question, because obviously when my brother started up, it was many years ago. It's very different now. The market is quite saturated now, as I'm sure you guys are aware.
Short form content.
Yeah, man, everyone wants to get involved.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean? So, listen, like anything, you got to come up with a concept that you're happy with. You got to put the work in, man. It's a lot of work. I'm sure you guys, you know.
I'm telling you,
know
man.
What I mean, there's
a
lot of sleepless nights.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Your brain's constantly ticking over, trying to come up with ideas to improve and enhance the channel. Got to put the work in. You got to believe in yourself, man. And what I would advise a lot of people if they want to get involved is to try and seek out people already in the industry and try and get some kind of mentorship, you know what I mean, get some advice, because there's a lot of pitfalls in this business, as I'm sure you guys know. It's not all gravy, man. It's a lot of hard work.
Definitely.
A lot of channels do not make a lot of money.
You might go years before
man.
you hit that stone, but I think the thing is, you can't give up. There's always a picture, when I feel like I'm in the moment where I'm like, damn, this is tough, I always refer to this picture that I saw, I think when I was like 16 years old. It was like there was someone they're digging the tunnel. You might have seen it as well. They're digging through the tunnel and they get close to the diamonds.
Yeah.
But one of them keeps going and he gets to the diamonds, and then the other person turns back, but he doesn't know the diamons are like right there. One more tap and he would have hit the diamond. So
you start off with a dream, you know where you want to go. But things happen. You got to put the work in. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be honest and true to yourself as well. I mean, sometimes, again, I'm sure you guys would have come across this where you can take different roads.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're tempted to go down different roads, but you got to be true to yourself, believe in yourself, work hard. And there is a little bit of luck involved as well, I'm not going to lie.
Do you think you should have a plan B?
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
Maybe just because some people are like, nah, I got this dream, I'm going for it. Like, or do you think maybe you need that thing in case that one thing doesn't work out, you should have something else?
Yeah, I would always say that is a good idea, but then I've met some people, man, who have just thrown themselves single-handedly into it and said, listen, man, I'll make it no matter what. And, you know, they've done okay. So, but then there's been other guys who I know about a similar approach. It's not quite worked out for them. Yeah. And they've said to me, look, you know what, I'll give it a good shot. It's not quite worked out. But you know what it is, right? If you have an idea and you feel strongly enough that you want to commit to that idea, don't be too scared of failure. You know what I mean? Because sometimes in life, and I guess I've been guilty of this in the past as well, there's that fear of failure that, you know what I mean, will stop you from...
might hinder your progress.
So if you believe in what you're doing, you believe in yourself, and you're willing to commit to your project, go for it. You know what I mean? And that's what my brother done, and I've seen... He's had ups and downs, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? He's had issues. You know, people have tried to come after him. It's like that, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? But you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to say there's going to be peaks and troughs, ebb and flow. Some people out there, man, they can be not nice people, you know what I mean? There's a lot of haters out there as well, but it all comes with the territory.
That's it. How do you deal with, like, the hate in general?
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is, right? I was chatting to my brother about this just the other day. So he gets a lot of love, man. I mean, I'm, for example, I'll go out with my brother places, just general places, and he gets so much love. I mean, we went to Carnival earlier in the year, and serious, it was difficult. We could difficult getting down, traveling 20 yards. The amount of people that were stopping and showing love, said, listen, bro, I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but I watch your content. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it, man. You know what I mean? You're an inspiration to the culture and the people out there. Go for it.